and I'm back with another tag. I was tagged by the trucker's wife loves life. She tagged me to do a 10 items from the Dollar Tree that reminds you of the 80s. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought 10 items that reminds me of the 80s. So first, this controller reminds me of the 80s because my son had a Nintendo and he had controllers just like this. And I used to play a lot. So, and when I saw this, I said, hey, that's just like the controller that my son had. So this reminds me of when I used to play Nintendo a lot in the 80s. So that's one. My favorite candy, Good and Plenty. I used to buy this a lot when I used to go to the show in the 80s. One of my favorite candies and still my favorite candy. So once in a while I do buy these candy because I just love it. So Good and Plenty, yes. And I remember these ponytail holders. I remember they had different colors, they had different sizes, and I had longer, thicker hair in the 80s, and I used to use these a lot. And I remember when you take it out, it used to snap on your finger, and it hurts too. But I remember these, and these is the only one that I found at the Dollar Tree. And of course, the Big Lead Chew bubblegum. These is one of my other favorites. I love bubblegum. Till today, I still love bubblegum. I haven't chewed it in a while, but hey, once in a while, it's okay. And I remember my mom used to always get on me, telling me not to be chewing a lot of bubblegum. Even though I had 2 kids in the 80s, hey, but I still sneak it and I still chew it. So this is one of my favorites too in the 80s. Then I found these stickers, and the reason why I bought these stickers is because of the cassette. In the 80s, I had a cassette player, and I used to listen to my songs on cassette. Remember the Airheads? I used to buy these Airheads a lot in the 80s for my sons. They love Airheads. I'm not sure if they still do, but I know my grandkids do. So yeah, remember the Airheads? And of course, Skittles. This is another candy I used to take when I used to go to the show in the 80s. It's Skittles. And then this, it's called a 10 color pen. I'm not sure what they called it in the 80s, but I used to use this pen a lot in the 80s. It's the one that, you know, with different colors. So used to use this a lot in the 80s. Then I used to tie-dye a lot in the 80s. So I saw this at the Dollar Tree. It's the collapsible storage container. I'll be giving this to my granddaughter. But it's the tie-dye. I love the colors. And that's what it looks like. So yeah, I saw this and I picked it up. Then the last, I remember when my boys were still in school in the 80s, I used to buy them a lot of pencil grips. So this is the only pencil grips that I saw, the Dr. Seuss pencil grips. And the ones I used to buy them, it was like this, but it was either the clear or the solid colors. And yeah, remember the pencil grips? My sons used to use this a lot, so I used to buy them all the time in the 80s for them for school. And my older son used to love these to draw, the grips to draw. So I used to buy this a lot in the 80s. And they used to come in different shapes as well. So yeah. So glad that I found this at the Dollar Tree too, because this is another 80s that I remember. So that's it. That's my 10 items that reminds me of the 80s that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to tag 3 lovely channels. And remember, go check out the Trucker's Wife Loves Life. I will link her channel in the description below this video. Go show her some love and support. Tell her Triple G sent you. So here's the 3 lovely channels that I'm going to tag. California Karen 789, Bargain Mama, and bonbons hauls. So if you like this video, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that notification bell to be notified. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button below. And until the next one, you guys all take care and peace out.